transmissions detected.
Kill them all.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Today I'd like to bring to your attention a potential fraud on an enormous scale happening in York County. There's now clear evidence of NASA using numerous methods to grossly mislead the public about astronauts being on the International Space Station.
I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every stop I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every stop I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name.
It all began in Scotland, where the story cited its source from the Edinburgh Journal of Science. The headline read, "Great Astronomical Discoveries," made by prominent astronomer Sir John Herschel, who at the time was at a remote field trip in South Africa, and for the first time in history, by means of a remarkable new telescope, he was able to glimpse life fantastical on the moon.
The New York Sun published a series of 6 articles claiming that life had been discovered on the moon. Life including unicorns and beavers that walked on their hind legs. The crowning touch of it was the discovery of the so-called man bats. The Vespertilio homo was supposedly the Latin name.
During interior ISS scenes from NASA's own live feed, The use of wires, harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality have been detected to achieve the appearance of a weightless environment. Examples of this include astronauts fading in and out of the screen, green screen glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there, pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in their harnesses, and even astronauts appearing out of thin air.
MIA, third world democracy. Yeah, I got more records than the KGB. So, no funny business. You already are.
Caused a tremendous sensation. It was reprinted in rival newspapers. By some estimates, 90% of the people in New York City believed it. And by the time that the hoax was over, the New York Sun was the most widely read newspaper in the world.
This begs the obvious question. If they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage? Now, unfortunately, I can't show you these clips in here today, but I will be sending them to you. Moving on, outside the International Space Station, during spacewalks, air bubbles have been recorded on numerous occasions. How is it possible for air bubbles to be present in the vacuum of space?
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. All I wanna do is say your money. All I wanna do is say your money. All I wanna do is.
Richard Adams Locke had created the most successful newspaper hoax of all time, but he had not intended it as a hoax.
In 2013, astronaut Luca Parmitano nearly drowned during a spacewalk when his helmet filled with water. This happened again just last year. Air bubbles, helmets filling with water, and drowning. Are they in space or are they underwater? Now, what's really interesting is that they trained for spacewalks in an underwater pool with a complete ISS replica. Now, surely they aren't filming these spacewalks in an underwater pool and then editing them to appear if they're in space.
Pirate skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bombs, running when we hit lethal poison for the system. Pirate skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bombs, running when we hit lethal poison for the system. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Hit me on my banner prepaid.
Astronomers of the time were religious astronomers, and the general belief among the astronomers was that all of the heavenly bodies were populated because God would not have created these worlds without also creating intelligent beings there to appreciate them.
I'm calling on the Brevard County Commissioners to open a full investigation into NASA's fraudulent practices and use of taxpayer dollars. It costs NASA $3 billion per year to operate the ISS, and if they don't have a darn good explanation as to why they're faking these videos, I and the public would like a darn good explanation as to where our tax money is going. And if they are indeed faking the funk, it is our duty to expose and eliminate this fraudulent and astronomically wasteful ISS program.
Democracy. Yeah, I got more records than the KGB. So, no funny business. You already are.
James Locke found this all preposterous. He felt that this was religion impinging on the free play of science. And so what he decided he was going to do was to write a series of articles that lampooned the beliefs of these religious astronomers. And he said, if you believe that there are lunarians, creatures on the moon, I will give you lunar man-bats. And if you believe that there are seas full of water on the moon, I will give you seas full of water on the moon. And meanwhile, I will dress it all up in the kind of high-flown scientific rhetoric that you use just to expose your ideas that he had not anticipated. And this is the great irony of the moon hoax, was that the people of New York, and subsequently of America generally, had been so schooled in the ideas of these religious astronomers that when these articles came out, they simply believed them. They simply believed that they were true because it was so much like what they had already been reading.
Sorry.